Silence, the forgotten path to self-discovery. We live in a world obsessed with noise. Every moment is filled with notifications, conversations, music, and endless streams of information. But what we've forgotten is that true self-discovery doesn't happen in the noise, it happens in the silence.
So you're saying that silence is actually a tool for understanding ourselves? Not just the absence of sound, but something more intentional?
Exactly. Silence is the first step in learning how to quiet the external noise that has shaped your perceptions. When you create stillness, you begin to hear what's been drowned out, your authentic inner voice, your true desires, the essence of who you really are.
But most people are terrified of silence. They fill every gap with distractions. Why is that?
Because silence forces you to confront what you've been avoiding. It reveals the programming, the thoughts and beliefs installed by family, society, schools. In the stillness, you can no longer hide from the disconnect between who you are and who you've been told to be.
So silence is actually confrontational. It's not peaceful at first, it's revealing.
Precisely. And that's why most people run from it. But those who embrace it discover something extraordinary, the power within themselves that they never knew existed.
You mentioned external noise, the opinions of family, society, workplaces. How do we actually begin to silence that? It's everywhere, constantly influencing us.
The first step is awareness. Most people don't even realize how much external noise is shaping their thoughts and decisions. They believe their opinions are their own, when in reality, they're echoes of what they've been conditioned to think.
So we're living on autopilot, essentially programmed by external forces. But how do we break that pattern?
You start by creating physical and mental space. This means deliberately removing yourself from constant stimulation. Turn off the notifications. Limit the time spent consuming media. Create pockets of silence in your day where you're not being bombarded by input.
And in those pockets of silence, what should we be doing? Just sitting there?
At first, yes. Simply observe. Notice the thoughts that arise without judgment. You'll be amazed at how much mental chatter exists. Worries, judgments, replays of past conversations. This is the noise you need to identify before you can quiet it.
So we're essentially learning to become observers of our own minds. That sounds like meditation.
It is meditation, but you don't need to be a yogi or retreat to the Himalayas. Silence is accessible to everyone, anywhere. The key is consistency, making it a daily practice, even if it's just 5 minutes at first.
I imagine that when people first sit in silence, it's not calm at all. What typically happens?
Chaos. Most people experience what I call the internal storm. Suddenly, without distractions, all the suppressed thoughts and emotions come flooding to the surface. Anxiety, regret, fear, everything they've been avoiding rushes forward.
That sounds overwhelming. Why would anyone continue past that point?
Because on the other side of that storm is clarity. Think of it like cleaning out a cluttered attic. At first, everything is a mess. You're pulling out boxes, sorting through old items, confronting things you'd rather forget. But once you push through, you create space. And in that space, you find peace. Ooh.
So the discomfort is temporary, but necessary. You can't skip this stage.
No, you can't. And this is where most people give up. They experience the storm and decide silence isn't for them. They go back to their distractions, back to the noise because it's familiar and comfortable.
But staying in that comfortable noise means staying disconnected from themselves.
Exactly. The storm is your mind's way of releasing what no longer serves you. It's a purging process, and those who have the courage to sit through it emerge with a deeper connection to their authentic self, the version of you that exists beneath all the programming.
Once someone gets past the internal storm, what do they find? What does it actually feel like to connect with your true self?
It feels like coming home. There's a sense of wholeness, of alignment. You begin to notice what truly resonates with you, not what you think should make you happy, but what actually does. You start to feel joy, purpose, and fulfillment without needing external validation.
So it's less about adding things to your life and more about removing what's false?
Beautifully said. Self-discovery isn't about becoming someone new. It's about stripping away the layers of conditioning, expectations, and beliefs that were never yours to begin with. Underneath all of that is your essence, your true self, which has been there all along.
And once you find that essence, how do you stay connected to it? Life doesn't stop being noisy.
You make silence a non-negotiable part of your routine. Just as you wouldn't skip eating or sleeping, you don't skip your practice of stillness. Even 5 to 10 minutes each morning can anchor you to your inner being. So when the noise of the world rushes back in, you remain centered.
It's like building a foundation that can't be shaken by external circumstances.
Exactly. And over time, that foundation becomes stronger. You develop an inner resilience, a clarity that guides your decisions. You stop reacting to life and start creating it intentionally from a place of deep self-knowledge.
Earlier, you mentioned momentum in the context of negative habits. Does silence also create momentum?
Absolutely. When you consistently practice silence and reconnect with yourself, you build positive momentum. Each day of practice reinforces the next. You become more attuned to your inner voice, more confident in your decisions, more aligned with your purpose.
And that momentum attracts different experiences into your life, doesn't it?
It does. This is where universal laws come into play. When you cultivate inner peace and clarity, you raise your vibration. You begin to emit a different energy, one that naturally attracts opportunities, people, and circumstances that resonate with your authentic self.
So silence isn't just a personal practice. It actually changes what shows up in your life.
Yes, because you're no longer operating from a place of disconnection and reaction. You're living intentionally, making choices that align with who you truly are. And the universe responds to that alignment. This is the law of vibration in action.
It's almost like silence is the reset button that allows you to start living in alignment with universal principles.
That's exactly what it is. Silence clears the static so you can tune into the frequency of your authentic self. And when you live from that frequency, everything changes. Your relationships, your work, your health, your sense of purpose.
Let's make this concrete. What would you tell someone who's never practiced silence before and wants to start today?
Start small. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, sit in silence for just 5 minutes. Don't meditate. Don't try to empty your mind. Just sit and observe. Notice your thoughts, your breath, the sounds around you. That's it.
And what happens if the mind wanders constantly, or if someone feels restless?
That's completely normal. The mind has been trained to seek constant stimulation. Don't judge yourself when it wanders. Simply bring your attention back. Over time, it becomes easier. Think of it like training a muscle. The first few times are awkward, but with consistency, it strengthens.
Should people set a specific time each day, or does it matter?
Consistency is more important than timing. Morning works best for most people because the mind is clearest before the day's noise begins. But if evenings work better for you, that's fine. The key is making it a daily, non-negotiable practice.
And as people progress, should they increase the duration?
Naturally, yes. As you become comfortable with 5 minutes, expand to 10, then 15. Some people eventually sit for 30 minutes or an hour. But don't force it. Let the practice evolve organically. The goal isn't duration, it's depth of connection.
So it's about quality over quantity. A few minutes of genuine silence is more valuable than an hour of distracted sitting.
Precisely. Silence is a forgotten path, but it's one of the most direct routes to self-discovery, and anyone anywhere can begin walking it today.
This has been incredibly eye-opening, but I imagine many people will hear this and still choose the noise. Why is that?
Because choosing silence requires courage. It means confronting everything you've been avoiding, your fears, your conditioning, your disconnection. Noise is easier, it's familiar, it numbs the discomfort, but it also keeps you trapped in a life that isn't truly yours.
So in a way, the choice to practice silence is the choice to live authentically.
Yes, and that choice is available to everyone, every single day. You don't need special tools, a guru, or perfect circumstances. You just need the willingness to sit with yourself in stillness and see what emerges.
And for those who make that choice, what can they expect?
They can expect to discover a version of themselves they've never fully known. They'll find clarity about what truly matters, courage to pursue their authentic path, and a deep sense of peace that no external circumstance can disrupt. They'll become magnetic, attracting the life they were always meant to live.
That's a powerful promise. And it all starts with something as simple as silence.
The most profound transformations always begin with the simplest acts. Silence is your doorway. All you have to do is walk through it.